Right, so welcome back to F1 Manager 2024. Now, I was just having a look through the menus and I saw something that deeply concerned me. I got a little email from well, I don't even know who he is. This guy's Leandro Poblet, the scouting lead, and he said that our sporting director's our sporting director's contract is running out in 6 months, so we can either renew the contract and get him to stay a bit longer, or scout for a new one. This is quite an interesting thing. I had a look. Take a look in the bottom right of your screen in 3 seconds. Ready? This man is on $173,416 a month. That's a lot for a yearly salary, in my opinion. Is that really how much they get paid in real life? That is ridiculous. He's turning out something like, I don't even know, like 20 million a year. That's just not maths at all. It's like I don't even know, but that's a crazy amount. But I think I'm going to leave it for now. But I am tempted to just renew the contract just so we got some stability. Also, the progress didn't save from my last episode when the race was completed, so I did have to quickly redesign our brand new front wing, and I'm also manufacturing some spare parts. So that's everything caught up on. We're going to round number 11 today at Spielberg, Austria, Red Bull Ring. I think it's a sprint weekend as well, so without further ado, let's get to qualifying. So, right, so I might have made a little bit of an oopsie. It came up on my screen, you know, when it usually says, like, practice, and then it says all the other sessions, and you can skip to them. It said practice or sprint. So I just clicked on sprint. What I didn't know is that actually skips sprint qualifying. So I had to have that simulated for me, and look at the results. Look what this game has done to me. We are starting P19 and P22. The driver's confidence is low. Their car setups are 50%. And this is an absolute travesty. I don't know how that has gone so horribly wrong. But I suppose we just go into the sprint race. I might just skip most of it. But I've made a complete mess of that. At least I know that for the future, though. So when I click on practice, I need to actually, like, simulate practice individually so I can get to sprint quali. But at the end of the world, we aren't scoring points in the sprint race, let's be honest. And the sprint is also crap in general. So, here we go. And it's sprint race time. We do have a red. Why is Sergio Perez on pole? I don't know what that's about, but the boys are underway. Right, let's go for... of course, we're going to go for push mode and deploy. I don't know if changing all these settings to the opening lap even does anything, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to leave the lads on all the highest settings for the opening lap, and then, wait, it's 24 laps. My goodness, that's a lot. Oh, Giovinazzi's not having fun. He's locking up a lot. And he went a bit wide into turn 1. Let's have a little butchers. Now, I'm not expecting any sort of miracles from my drivers in this sprint race. Their confidence is so catastrophically low. There's Giovinazzi going off. Honestly, I've done that. It ain't the end of the world. And yeah, this is just a bit crap all round, to be honest. But, you know, let's just go to the end. You never know what can happen. Yeah, I don't know. Teo Pourchaire on the move, overtaking Hulkenberg. He's actually up to P14. He's having a really good race so far. And actually... who just went off? Hulkenberg mechanical fault. I don't think that was what caused a yellow flag. Let's have a look, though. So this is a mechanical fault. Wow, that was brilliant. That was some top-notch replay. We saw everything. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. The crash involving multiple cars. We have Alex Albon and a Sauber going round into the gravel. Goes the Sauber. And one of my cars, I believe that's Giovinazzi, gets affected. Alpo. Okay, so is that going to be a safety car? Or anything? No, it's just a yellow. Okay, brilliant. Alex Albon also has a 5-second penalty, so if Teo Pourchaire can just get within a second of him, 5 seconds of him, or he can just overtake him, that's fine. Teo is cooking right now. I don't even know if he's going to have fuel until the end. I did do what this person said, which is you push for the first lap, you underfuel the car by 2 laps, you push for the first lap, and then conserve for the rest. It's working so far, as... Teo Pourchaire, I didn't know you had that in you, mate. My guy is currently in P12, and he is gapping Alexander Albon. What is going on? Giovinazzi all the way at the back, really, really struggling to hang on. I just hope that we're going to have enough fuel until the end. Hey, yo, I think Teo's got this in the bag, you know? Where has this come from? Well, I tell you what, it's that new suspension I fitted just before we go into the race weekend. Stroll is getting a bit close. I'm going to put you onto deploy now. And actually, we have managed to not lose out on fuel. He actually has the fuel. So here comes Teo Pourchaire. Alex Albon 3 seconds behind. And I was saying at the start the sprint race is kind of irrelevant. We have just gone and got a P12 finish. Or not yet. There's one more lap. Let's just wait for that. Lando Norris wins the race. I don't know how he's managed that, but well done him. And Teo Pourchaire, round the corner. Huh? How's he done that then? I mean, Giovinazzi hasn't really had the same result. He finished 6 seconds behind Sargent in P21. I wonder if he had some damage. Let's have a look. Did he have damage? No. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know why he was so off the pace. Maybe it's because I had Teo on hard tyres on aggressive. I mean, I have no idea what's just happened, but Teo has gone from P19 to P12 in 24 laps in the sprint race. I'm hoping that can carry over to the normal Grand Prix, the actual important thing of this weekend. But that is extreme. Well, you know what? Round of applause for Teo Pourchaire. What a drive. Well done, mate. Well done. Okay, so that's the sprint race over. Let's now go into qualifying. I'm not going to miss it this time. Now, another important thing that I thought I'd mention is, of course, now the sprint race is over, Parc Ferme rules are lifted, which means I can actually get our drivers' setups correct. Actually, I want to point out, Teo did that performance by going from P19 to P12 with a really bad setup, 53% on the setup, and low confidence. That's really impressive. You should like the video and subscribe because I'm trying to hit 1.4k by the end of the year because of that performance. Okie dokie, welcome down to qualifying now. I had a bit of trouble getting my setups and my drivers correct. I actually now have some sympathy for the engineers because, wow, it was impossible to get it remotely correct. I reckon the highest satisfaction I'm going to get is probably about 75 to 80. It was really difficult. I have managed to get, like, all of the things in the blue area, but the blue area of, like, what's good was, like, half the bar. So it was really, really difficult. And, of course, if I was able to, you know, do the sprint qualifying, actually, no, that wouldn't have changed anything. If it wasn't a sprint weekend, my setups would have been a lot better, because I could have free practice sessions. Because of the sprint weekend, though, that has ruined everything. But we're here in normal qualifying now. I should stop calling it normal. I should call it actual, because it is qualifying. It's proper good old qualifying. It's the one that actually means something. Now, if you haven't noticed already, I hate sprint races. It's time to get our drivers ready for their first flying runs. You might as well watch the cutscene. It's always good. Number 98. It's a strange number to pick by Teo, but we're not going to sit here and complain. I mean, after all, I use number 21. It's just random. Do you know what I mean? Like, who cares? And then we'll give it a few seconds, and then we'll send out Giovinazzi as well. Now, I'm not going to sit here and watch my drivers' runs. I'm just going to skip to the end of them and update you on their positions. So, Teo Pourchaire across the line is... Oh, okay. That's not awful. I don't know what that lap time by Logan Sargent is. That is absolute filth. He is currently half a second up on Hulkenberg, half a second up on Teo. And he's cooking. But we are ahead of 3 drivers. Giovinazzi is about to cross the line as well. And he is... Oh, Gio. Why is he so mid? Like, he's being severely differentialed by Teo Pourchaire just throughout qualifying. Although last time out at Spain, he was proper cooking in qualifying. He did have a total of 11 seconds spent in the box throughout the race. That's what cooked him. But he was up to like P6 at one point. So I don't know why, you know, we're like 11 races in. He cooks for one of them. I'm not too sure. Right, before I get my drivers out for their second and final runs, I want to quickly just show you the setups that I cooked up. Now, Giovinazzi, I have absolutely smashed out the park by pure guesswork. As you can see, 84%, it's not awful, but I've banned it. You know, everything is on grey except, well, the straights, which is good. Unfortunately, though, Teo Pourchaire is not as fortunate because, I don't know how I've messed it up that bad, really. I mean, the traction and the oversteer is fantastic, but I don't think there's anything I can do to make it better. Like, realistically, that isn't better, is it? Because look at the oversteer. That is just gone. So, unfortunately, Teo is going to have extremely low, you know, confidence and a really bad setup. My apologies, mate. You can blame the FIA for introducing sprint races for that one. And here we go, final runs of qualifying. Let's get on the sector times. We'll go to +8, and I'll go to plus 4 speed, I think's okay. Teo Pourchaire through sector 1 is improving. Giovinazzi got a lovely bit of clean air. Giovinazzi not improving. That's not fantastic. Teo Pourchaire could be cooking here. Drops down to P19, though. Across the line. That's slightly disappointing, to be honest. Giovinazzi improving through sector 2, though. We'll watch him come across the line to complete his qualifying run. He is going to put it... Oh, okay, you know what? That's a little bit better from Gio. He crosses the line. He gets within 14 milliseconds of his teammate, and we miss out on Q2 by about a tenth and a bit. So, pretty unlucky. We weren't actually that close. We're nearly 2 tenths off. And, yeah, that's unfortunate. But, it's all to play for, as they say. Actually, has George Russell won a lap? Oh, he is. Oh, he's gonna knock... He's gonna put us down to P9... What's it gonna be? P20 and 21. Oh, Russell, just be kind. I'll give you a Cornish pasty, please. What an absolute prat. Okay, so we're gonna be starting P20 and P21 for the Austrian Grand Prix. It's really not what I was expecting or hoping for, but yeah. Yes, there's no but. That's just a bit crap. For those interested, here is the final finishing order in qualifying. Verstappen takes pole by only 18 milliseconds over Norris. That's actually a really close qualifying. 50 milliseconds between the top 3. That's pretty good. Now, the strategies today are a bit wacky because, as you can see, we are going to have rain in today's race, which is very infuriating because I had this master plan where I was going to use the strategy used in the real-life Austrian Grand Prix, which is a medium to hard to medium, and see how that performs. But it's raining, so I can't do that. Now, can I actually look at the weather? I can, but it's extremely, like, low quality, so I can't really see. But let's just edit. Let's just go to Plan A and edit the strategy. So we are going to see some rain from about lap 55. Wait, what does that mean? Oh, that's the amount of rain. I've got it. Okay, so I want to start on the medium tire 100%, and then we'll go to the hards, and then isn't this what it was already doing? Yeah, it was. I want to do this. What I'm going to do is it goes to I think we're going to be stopping a little bit too early there. Honestly, if we stop 2 laps later or 1 lap later, I can then put him onto the push mode for the hard tyres, and in the intermediates, I think we might be coming in a little bit too... Oh, I don't know. You know what? I'll just leave it as it is, and then what I'll do is we'll just pit when the time comes. Do you know what I mean? As soon as it starts raining enough, we'll get in. So we're going to do that for Teo. Giovinazzi is just a straight hard to Inter. Honestly, I quite like that strategy because it obviously cuts out the extra stop. It's just... I feel like you can make up 20 seconds on them brand new aggressive hard tyres. But you know what? I'm just going to leave that like that. Now I am going to do what that person said. I really should know their name. My apologies. Sorry, it's Who TF, the bloke that keeps trying to cancel me on my streams. Underfuel the car by maximum is what we do. And then we go on to push for the first lap and then conserve for the rest. And without further ado, let's start. Round number 11. The Austrian Grand Prix. So, and here we go. Verstappen on pole, Norris alongside. I'm not really interested in that battle. If you want to have a look, you can look for yourself. Right, let's immediately start. Push mode for you. Push mode. Deploy. Attack. You. Attack. Deploy. Give it some, boys. Go, go, go. We are already fighting for places. Alexander Albon getting past Giovinazzi. There's an Alpine off the track. That's Gaza. Unlucky G, but the game is the game. Now we have Teo looking for a move on Zhou Guanyu. Do him in, down the inside. Why are they stopped? They just stopped. Okay, that's interesting. Up the inside goes Teo on Zhou Guanyu. He gets that place done. That's a wonderful overtake. Well done, Teo Pourchaire. That is absolutely world class. Right, so now the first lap is over. We go on to conserve. We put you onto that, and then we put you onto neutral. You go onto light, and then conserve, and then neutral. And now we just let our drivers race, and hopefully they can pull something out the bag. Hang on, Teo might be going for it again in a minute. On Esteban Ocon, maybe looking for a move around the outside. Not going to happen. Also, despite the really awful setup, Teo Pourchaire currently on high confidence. Giovinazzi, very high confidence. I think because of the confidence, we'll go for a high overtake aggression on both drivers for now. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, hang on, Magnussen's lost it. Haha, what an absolute tosser. Trying to fight Pierre Gasly, I believe. But no, that's Ocon. Loses it on the curb. That is actually the most realistic thing I've seen in this game so far, because I have done that tens and tens of times on the F1 game. You go on that outside sausage curb, and the car's like, no, what are you doing? And round you go. Oh, hang on a minute. We are getting prime Teo Pourchaire form. He has got peak confidence. Here we go. Overtaking Ocon in that absolutely awful red helmet. Bro thinks he's Spider-Man. Down the inside with the DRS over the curb. That's a wonderful move. Good job, Teo. Giovinazzi also overtaking Ocon now. The boys are together, and they are cooking. And both my drivers have peak... Okay, never mind. That was only temporarily, but both of my drivers have peak confidence. And now my drivers are fighting each other. I'm not entirely against it. Of course, keep it clean. We go from there. But you are going to be losing time to Logan Sargent, which is not fantastic. Oh, look at the boys go. Giovinazzi currently scrapping with Esteban Ocon for P15. Teo Pourchaire just recently overtook Logan Sargent for P17. He's now going to try and close the gap to Ocon, although I tell you what, Ocon is looking lively. When are we actually pitting? It's going to be lap number 19, and then you aren't stopping until around lap 40 when it should start raining. So that's the gamble, really, because if it doesn't start raining, we are absolutely cooked. And actually, I'm going to stop Teo now, because some other drivers are pitting, and I don't want to get undercut. So we're going to stop him now. I think that was a decent call. Let's go along with him and see... As Gio now overtakes Alonso, another fantastic move. What is the stop time going to be for Teo Pourchaire? Here he comes, down the pit lane. Here he comes, he's in. Wheel gun on. Well done! You deserve a pay rise for that one. A 2.6 second stop is gorgeous. And look at... We are second for the fastest pit stops. What a time to be alive. Now, I'm going to give Teo a quick out lap. I'm going to get his tyres nice and warm. And we actually do come out a little bit behind. Are we ahead of Alonso? Yeah. Why are you going so slow? Why are you going so slow? What are you doing? Go! Go! What? What's he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Go! He's just stopped! He's just stopped in the middle of the road! The stupid bastard! What have you done that for? Oh my goodness. Teo Pourchaire has just completely ruined his chances there, because for some strange reason, although he went off, he decides to just stop. Okay, well done, you absolute numbnut. Let's just focus on Giovinazzi now, who is currently P9, scrapping with Lance Stroll. Of course, he hasn't made his stop yet, so he is going to be incredibly slow. But we are banking on the rain arriving soon. So, you're about to see a Giovinazzi lose about 17 places in a second. He's got Daniel Ricciardo right behind him. He's going to sail on by any second. There it is. And now he has got both Mercedes. And apparently the track surface is getting... Oh, it's slippery debris. I thought the rain might be coming. It does say in 3 minutes it's still going to be sunny, although we aren't expecting rain until about lap 40. So another 11 laps until the rain should start falling. There it is. Rain expected in 9 minutes. Giovinazzi currently fighting with Hulkenberg for P14. Honestly, I don't even mind if he loses that place. I don't really care. He isn't, you know, Hulkenberg. We are competing with him, but this strategy is Oh, hang on. He's just gone off. Oh, that's quite ideal. I was going to say, Hulkenberg is on a complete different strategy. He's already stopped. He's on fresh tyres. Giovinazzi's still on 37-lap old hards because we are, of course, waiting for the rain to fall, which is coming in 3 minutes' time. Let's see what the track does. There it is. Rain is starting, but when do we want to get our drivers in? Let's go on board with Giovinazzi, and we can actually see, looking at his onboard, whether it's wet enough to go onto the inside. It's definitely not right now. It'll be 45% in 1 minute. We want to wait until about... Well, actually, we could just stop him when we're supposed to. Right, so it is now the scheduled time for Giovinazzi to stop, but I'm actually going to ignore it because it isn't raining enough. What I'm actually going to do is, because we've seen I'm really bad at knowing when to stop in mixed conditions, I am just going to wait until one of the front runners pit. I mean, they are like 30, they are like miles ahead. I've already been lapped by them, so we could just use them. As soon as one of them is in, I'm stopping Giovinazzi. That's the plan. Right, drivers are now stopping. Giovinazzi, your time has come. Get in that pit box and get on those intermediate tyres. Get in there now. Go. Gio is in the stop time, 2.6 seconds. That is unbelievable. We're going to put you straight onto the attack mode so that we can get your tyres nice and warm. Lance Stroll has a puncture, and it is now... Oh, I forgot. Oh, wait. I forgot about my other driver. Wait, my bad. Hold up. Let's stop him now as well. There we go. Lovely. Oh my god, bro, my team are so good at pit stops. What is happening? What did they have for breakfast? They need to have it every single day because we have had 3 2.6 second stops in a row. What is that? Yeah, no, that's 3. That is absolute cookmeister from the team. Oh shit, Giovinazzi's tyres are getting a bit too hot. My bad, G. That's my fault. I'm really bad at, like, keeping touch with everything. Right, you're good now. You can go on to... Oh, you're actually supposed to be on aggressive. Okay, that's fine. Then you go on to standard. Actually, you can probably go on aggressive as well. It's just I'm concerned about the tyre temperature, pretty much. I might have to do that thing where I manage it. So I did it in Monaco. What I did was I put it onto aggressive, and I waited for the tyres to go to about 92 degrees, and then I would lower it back down to standard so it cools down, and just keep doing that so their tyre temperature is all okay. But so far, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, 90 degrees is quite a lot, and it is increasing fast. So let's drop you back down to standard, and we'll go from there. Also, I'm not quite sure what happened to Théo Pourchaire. I think I might have just left him out a bit too late, so I have to apologise for that one, because he is currently 20 seconds behind the rest of the field. I do assume that is what happened. I'll have to look back, and that is one thing that I've noticed, is that, yes, I am really bad at just general strategy and things, but I'm also really bad at making sure both my drivers are optimal. I am really bad at making sure their temperature okay, their fuel's okay, their ERS is okay, their tactics are okay. Basically everything there is to this game, I usually only manage, I like tunnel vision on one driver for a few minutes, and I sort of forget about the other one. So what's happened here is I have left Théo Pourchaire out one too many laps on the dries, and he has just lost a stupid amount of time to everyone else on the inters. I did it in Monaco, where I left my driver out on inters when it was full wet, so I did it to Giovinazzi. He was 5 minutes behind the rest of the field. I did it to Théo as well. He was on the inters when it was full wets, and he lost loads of places. So I definitely need to make sure that I am looking at both drivers. What I need to do is use the pause feature more often, because that is actually really helpful, because at any time I can just go bosh, make sure both my drivers are okay. So I'll work on fixing that for the next few episodes. Apparently, I am just look at that. The track has changed to dry. Hold up, should I get a driver in? Wait, should I take a risk with Théo and pit him for dries, or do you think it's just not ready? You know what I'll do? I'll put it on to 16 times speed, and I'll keep spam pausing it, because I'm going to wait and see if anyone stops. I'm just going to keep spam pausing it every single time Max Verstappen passes by, or if anyone actually stops, because it says it's dry, but no one's stopping, so I don't think it actually is. Okay, it's back to damp. That would have been a really bad call if I stopped Théo. Maybe that's something I should just do. Maybe I should just look at what the front runners do when it starts raining or when it becomes dry, because obviously they're so far ahead, they would be the first to stop. Although I should be able to make that call on my own, but it's a bit tricky when I'm not actually driving. When I'm driving, it's a lot easier to tell, but when I'm just looking at this, I don't know if that's inters or dry, but, you know, we move. 3 laps remaining in this race. We are looking extremely good to come home with a P16 finish, which again isn't bad. Our average finish is going up. Wait, multiple cars crashed. Hold up. Wait, what? Wait, how do I get the thing back up? Oh, I've messed it all up. Track is looking dry, but there's only 3 laps left. Is there really a point, Giovinazzi? How do I get up the things? I want to look at the things. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, that almost went horribly wrong. As you can see, the track is now bone dry and it's sunny, but there's 1 lap left or 2 laps left. So is it really worth stopping? I don't think it is. I mean, would you lose 20 seconds in 1 lap? No. Obviously, if it's wets if you're going from dries to wets, then yes. But wets to dries, usually the inters aren't actually that bad in the dry. Maybe like 6 or 7 seconds slower per lap. Here we go then, final lap of the race. Drivers are going to be okay. I'm going to put you back on balance just to make sure that you don't run out of fuel. And we'll let the boys cross the line. Here we go. Ready? There it is. So, I don't know how to feel about that. I think P16 is okay. I don't know if it was the absolute maximum result that we could have got today, but it's not awful. Like I said, the consistency of getting above P20 is really nice. You know, P16 plus 5 places for Giovinazzi. Alex Albon gained 10 places there. I should have gone on his strategy. And honestly, Théo Pourchaire, I completely ruined him today. His pace on the intermediates was really, really strong. He actually caught up. He was 20 seconds behind Sargent when he stopped. He was only, you know, 1 second behind at the end. So that's a really good effort by Théo. It's a shame that I just am too tunnel vision, but we move. And if we now look at the Drivers' Championship, Verstappen can't even work out what that is. It's like 95 point lead. Just absolutely ridiculous. In the Constructors as well, it's just Red Bull walking away with it. It was actually quite close at the start of the season, and are you taking the absolute mick with me? You're telling me we had 3 2.6 second stops, and not a single one was worthy enough for top 10, because the top 10 was 2.5. What a load of old poo. That is just not very nice, is it? Now, unfortunately here, I actually got the drivers the wrong way round. The one that got in the top 18 was the one I gave to finish 20th. So, unfortunately, we do miss out on 300k extra, but honestly, 300k already is pretty fine. I don't even know what that money does, because I know obviously I'm earning money, but there's a cost cap, so it's not like I can spend extra. And don't I already have 150 million? I mean, actually, I don't think I do, because I've only got like 70 million left in my cost cap, but I have definitely not spent 70 million, although I don't know. I have upgraded my facilities, though. How much do these cost? Yeah, maybe that's why. Actually, I could upgrade a lot of these and still have a lot left. I might do that. We'll think about it, though. Let me know in the comments if I should upgrade all my facilities. Now, both drivers are unhappy with car performance. Wow, really? I didn't know that. It ain't like it's our first season or anything. I know you are. Théo also has a broken car part, which is going to be the front wing. Don't worry, we've got plenty of those available. And we'll have a quick little checkup on the post-race data. So, yeah, of course, our car struggled because it has low everything. Our best... so we were expected to finish 20th. Our best position was 16th, so that was fine. The best race strategy was a 2-stop. Both our drivers did a 2-stop. Actually, no, Giovinazzi... Wait, no, hang on. That's just absolute bull. Because Giovinazzi did a 1-stop and finished way higher than Théo. Although, to be fair, in hindsight, if I pitted Théo on the proper lap, where he didn't lose, like, 30 seconds, I don't know where he would have finished, but it would have been actually pretty decent. It's just... Was it above Giovinazzi? I'm not entirely sure. Now, before I end this video, a quick update on our rear wing that is going to be absolutely broken. We have 23 days left until that is finished designing. Of course, I have not only put all of the hours of the ATR in it, I've also put all of my engineers into it, so it's done as quickly as possible. When is the next round? It's going to be Silverstone in... Does it say how long? It doesn't. Let's go to the calendar. It is... Oh, wow, it's in a week. Okay. So, if it's going to take... how long was it? 28 days? 23 days. So, 23 days from now would be... it would be the 24th of July. So, we wouldn't have our new car part until after the summer break. That's really cringe. Alright, and I think that is going to do it all for me today. So, yeah, Paul Share, happy, you know, big smiley face. That's the first, you know, that's the first time that's happened. If we look at the Mentality Hub, it's actually, you know, no one's demoralized. We have 3 negatives, the sporting director, the head of air. I don't really care about them, to be honest. All I really care about is the drivers, and we have one of them who is positive, so that's always nice. Biggest issues with this geezer is car performance. I don't care. Anyway, that's going to be all from me today. That was another very fun and ecstatic episode of F1 Manager. Next race is my home Grand Prix, of course. Well, France isn't on the calendar. We do have Monza, so it'll be Giovinazzi and Lamborghini's home race. Although we've already done Imola, so I suppose I just forgot that was a home race. But anyway, like I said, that's all from me today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1.4k by the end of the year. So yeah, cheers. I'll see you all next time. Adios, amigos.